My story begins on a warm summer day in the North Georgia mountains, where I traveled to stay for a few days with my family and friends. Across the twisty mountain road from my grandparents' house near Hiawassee, Georgia, lies a waterfall called Blue Hole Falls. A mile-long downhill trail through the woods must be hiked before the falls can be reached, and many people come to this area to camp. Since the day was warm and we had not much else to do, my family and I decided to take a trip to the Blue Hole. Little did I know that I was soon going to be jumping off a waterfall into unbearably cold water where many sharp rocks lied underneath. We hiked the mile to the Blue Hole, passing many trees and tripping over many rocks and roots. We arrived at the 25-foot-high waterfall and stepped very slowly into the freezing cold water. However, after swimming for a few minutes, my adventurous friend Chandler decides she wants to jump off the falls. This was all fine and good until she tells me I have to jump as well. We both climb the steep hill up to the top, and as soon as we get there, Chandler jumps straight down into the deep freezing cold water. I stood there watching and wondering how in the world she had the courage to do such a thing. "Come on, Allie," she yelled at me from 25 feet below. I looked over the steep edge, almost convinced I was not jumping. My entire family was watching me, along with a few other families who were also at the falls that day. 15 or 20 minutes went by. I stood on top of the rocks, wanting to jump, but completely scared out of my mind. Even though the jump wasn't very high, it seemed much higher to me. My family continued to watch. I finally stepped onto the very edge of the waterfall, and I jumped. Within a few seconds, I was completely immersed in water so cold it was like a shock. I surfaced, my arms throbbing and bruised because of the way I landed. However, despite all this, I also surfaced with the pride of achieving something I never thought possible.